You're a lucky guy.
I've actually never seen a light go that slow before.
No. I could have made it across, but I didn't want the cars to be hooting and tooting me. So I waved them on. You're lucky because we said 9:30 and it's what?
9:18.
Yes, it's 9:18. So you're earlier than me. I thought I'd get there a little earlier so I can take a breather, you know. But no, straight into it. I'm listening to a podcast about how the BitTorrent thing took the music business by storm.
Oh.
Everybody started downloading free music.
Yep, I do that all the time.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of people who don't like that. Mostly musicians. Because they think that all this business with the free music means that they're not going to be able to earn a living as musicians.
Partially why people do that is because companies like HMV are charging too much profit.
Yeah, they're making money off the backs of the musicians.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, why should we bother buying an album when it's too much money?
Yeah. I think what it boils down to is the people at the very top, like the Beatles and Elvis and Little Richard, they'll always make money if they weren't dead. If you know what I mean. The best people will be paid and the rest of them won't. That's the problem. If you're just a reasonably good guitarist, nobody's going to pay for a song they can get free.
Oh, true, yeah.
But if it means that more people hear you and then suddenly somebody decides to buy your album,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a free advertising.
Yeah, like if it's like a really good singer like Little Richard,
Yeah,
I'll pay money to it. You know,
of course.
I don't mind paying that.
You go and see him live.
Yeah.
You go to his gig.
Yeah. I wouldn't want his. I want the real thing.
Yeah.
I want to pay $18 for him. But anybody else might be bad.
Well, the other thing is that they could say that buying a CD, the quality is a lot better
Yeah.
than the download.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's not always true.
No, like, you can't really tell the difference.
No. Most people can't.
Plus, those things that you download probably came from the CD anyways.
Yeah. A lot of people, they just broadcast their own feed for other people to download. They're not worried about making money out of it. But, you know, I was having a little online argument with somebody about it. And I said, well, it would be nice if they paid me to run. But I'm not that good. Meaning that the best people do get paid. If you're not the best, don't quit your day job. That's basically what I was trying to say. And he's saying, well, I'm a musician, I should be paid. Only if you're good. He might be just doing cover versions of the Beatles. I mean, who's going to pay for that? And the other thing he was saying is that there's a whole bunch of free music out there that isn't copyright protected, but it all sounds like elevator music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They sound like a little bit like the Beach Boys, or they sound a little bit like the Rolling Stones, but they're not. Anyway, I'm not going to let it bother me too much. Am I going fast?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're going
60 miles an hour. 6 minute Ks, yeah, you're right. I was doing 6:10 coming over to see you, and I was trying to run slowly because I knew I was going to be early. But I'm going to stop at Cary Road for a drink. That's for sure. You know, I ran here on Monday with Graham.
Yeah. Saturday.
That's right. I saw you at Beckwith. Hello. Hi. Hey?
You saw Peter?
No, I said I saw you at Beckwith.
Oh, I thought you said you saw the professor.
No. I saw a younger version of the professor. Another bag person. He had a whole shopping cart full of bottles and plastics.
Maybe Peter Jr.
Maybe. Hello. Hang on a second. Let me just stop this. Let me just stop this podcast because it's...
He found out he had a long lost son, and he said, "Oh, that's what we do for a living. We do bottles."
So we pick up bottles.
Because your mom died.
Yeah.
And
That's
I got
right.
fired. I got sued.
What about your new job? I mean, you don't have a new job, do you? The police station
I do,
job
but-
is off.
Yeah.
Why did they stop doing that? Is it because they don't do it in the winter?
No.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. But
Maybe they don't need as many volunteers.
but you know what I can't wait to do?
What?
After my cruise, go back to Montana and say, the dishwasher is broken.
Yeah.
I'm putting my 1 month notice in.
Really? That's going to freak them out.
Yeah.
That's going to cause their shares to plummet.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to end up with nothing. Derek's left, that's it. No more. We don't go to Montana's anymore.
Well, they do have one good dishwasher.
Yeah.
He's almost just as good as me. But,
Almost.
but the fact with that is he might get overly tired because he has to take all my shifts.
Yeah, true.
And no one else can do the shifts but him. So he's going to get overly tired and he's going to quit. So it's like, yeah, he's not going to be able to put up with that for too long. And when he quits,
That's
no
it.
more Montanas.
No more. No, they'll probably get a mechanized system going. Or they use disposable plates. Do you remember that video that we saw of the world's fastest dishwasher?
Yeah.
That was crazy. But he was using plastic plates.
Yeah.
There's no way you could be that rough with them. You just chip them.
Yeah.
The manager would sack you because of all the broken plates.
Yeah. You break one every second
Pretty much, yeah.
or every millisecond.
But those racks, I think they hold about 50 side plates. And they were just clearing it out in about 10 seconds. But if you notice, the plates were pretty clean to start with.
Well, you know what I was thinking with that video? I think what they're also, not only was the plates plastic, but they were fast forwarding the video.
You think they sped it up?
Yeah.
Could be. What they should have is they should have a clock ticking beside so you can see that it's real time.
Distance, 6 kilometers. Workout average pace, 6 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yeah, 6:14, that's way too fast for you. And that's after slowing down. Hello again.
How do we do that speed on the race?
Those guys, I think, were the group that we saw the guy in yellow slip over. It was about this time.
Oh yeah, and there they go. I think at one point they had like not laps, like what do you call it, double laps.
When was the last time you ran? With me?
Last week with you.
Oh. Well, Graham was telling me the same thing. He said, if you don't run for a whole week, you pretty much lose all the training in that 1 week. So it's almost more important to do something every day than it is to do a hard run every 3 days. You remember when I was doing that challenge when I had to run every day in the month?
Yeah.
After that, did you notice that I got faster? Because I was running shorter and more often.
What place did you come in?
I came in joint third. there was a guy who was training for a 50-mile race, so he was doing mega mileage. And then there was a young guy who was doing 4 half marathons back to back every day, 4 days in a row. He would do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, half marathon, half marathon, half marathon, half marathon. So he was getting 84 kilometers in 4 days. So he came in second to the old guy. And then there was Judy and me, who decided to come in joint third. Halfway through the month, I emailed her and asked her how competitive she wanted to get. And she said, oh, it doesn't bother me. You do your own thing. And I said, well, the trouble is that she lives on the East Coast. So I knew every day how much she'd done.
Time for hydration.
So it was so easy for me to keep up with her. And I thought, well, if she knows this, she might start pushing more than she has to. I mean, I'm not planning to beat her, so if she wants to do 3K, I would do 3. She doesn't have to do 21K just to beat me, because we'd already decided to come in joint third. She finished on the last day of the month, and I knew I needed about, I think it was 11 kilometers to match her. So that's what I did. I did 11K or something.
So I decided to not go there again. I gave them another chance.
What, Reciclistas?
Yeah, I gave them a chance. I gave my bike.
Yeah.
They said my brake cable was bad. And then I go to Performance Bikes and I ask them about my brake cable, and they said, oh no, it's good.
Just needs lubricating, probably.
Yeah, and oh, I can't believe it. Yep, that's correct. Performance Bikes, they said, they're really nice. They said, oh no, this looks like brand new.
Yeah, well, there's nothing on that bike more than 2 years old.
Yeah.
We know that because in the first year it hardly got ridden at all. What I suspect happened to it is he probably had a little bit of an accident on the bike and had to wait for it to be fixed. And then he got himself a better bike, so it just got left in his shed. So when it was fixed up, he sold it to you. That's why the gears didn't work. But he ripped you off, really.
Oh no, I don't know. $50 for that bike is a good deal.
Yeah, you wanted to give him more. You were so happy, I remember. I was prepared to, bargain with him and say, well, look, it's going to cost us $20 to fix the gears. How about 65? But you would say, no, give him all the money. Anyway. Hello. More bicycles. These guys obviously don't have jobs.
They're probably going to work.
Maybe.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah, these two don't need to work.
What did you see that guy? Start riding the tile?
Yeah.
I hate doing this.
He was really suffering, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He looked like some sort of angry granddad.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And this little kid was on the back, no hands, chewing his apple. Thank you. You got to watch out here because they come off the switch bridge. The cyclists really fast. And those two old ladies, they were complaining about these guys never giving any hand signals. I mean, how can they see a hand signal if the bicycle's behind them? The cyclists should be dinging their bell. That's what they should be doing. But not one of those guys that went by us rang the bell. You could have stepped out without knowing and bang.
That stuff that you gave me, that drink stuff,
Yep.
that really wakes me up.
Good. It's probably got caffeine in it. Another one. Yeah, another one went by. No bell. I don't know what it is about this Galloping Goose trail, but every time I come here with Graham, every time I come here with Graham, he starts dropping F-bombs and complaining about people. You know, the other day I recorded him, and he spent the whole time complaining about Harper, and how Harper's a crook, and how we're going to be a third world nation.
Oh, he's not.
Well, I don't know. I think,
I just don't like his methods.
yeah, he tends to screw the working class.
Yeah.
He makes the workers pay for all his grand plans. And he also doesn't tax the rich enough. I mean, they can afford to pay taxes. But his theory is if he taxes the rich, they'll just go to the States and set up business there. But that's not going to happen. If they want to work here, if they want to run a business here in Canada, they want to attract local workers. Anyway, I don't want to get into a Graham situation and start arguing every time I come here. But we did notice that the 3K, where you normally turn around when we run 6, is not far enough. It's a little bit further down. Not much, just a little bit. There's a Tolmie Road crossing, and there's a kilometre post, and that's where the turnaround is. I was feeling pretty sick the other day. I think I ate too much pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah,
You get pizza?
I made it. I made the pizza. But I ate quite a lot because you know how it is with pizza. When it comes out of the oven, it's so tasty.
Yeah.
You end up eating 3 pieces.
Well, really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 6 day.
Nope, that's what I was saying. This isn't quite far enough. It's a little bit further.
I thought you said,
When I measured it from the drinking fountain. Because I was running here with Graham, and I said, I'm sure it should be 3 kilometers by now. And I looked at it, it said 2.68. So you only want to do 6 today? Okay, well just cross the road here and we'll turn around. You see that 3 kilometer post? That happens to be the right one. But you have to touch it, otherwise it doesn't count. And then we know that the other one is on the bridge. The 2 kilometer post is on the bridge. So if you did one more, that would be 8. Instead of that, we're doing 3 this way, 3 back.
Workout resumed.
So it's not a lot further. It's just about maybe 400 meters.
100 steps.
More than that. I mean, if you're running, you're probably doing about a meter, which is about 3 feet. This is where you get the training benefit, Derek. Coming back from an out and back. Going out is just the warm-up. Coming back tells you how fit you are.
Sure is hot today.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hoodie. Mind you, I'm sweating. I can feel it coming through my sleeves. The sweat. So how's Audrey?
Good.
Does she cry a lot?
No,
How old is she now? 2?
almost 2.
And is Beverly her grandmother?
Yeah,
Ah. And who's that little dog?
that's me, Bob.
Is that Audrey's dog?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought so. So when she picks up when Audrey gets dropped off, they drop off Mika as well.
no,
No?
because Beverly's.
What?
We just say Audrey too.
What did you say?
We just say all of them. She's everybody's dog.
Yeah. But she comes with when Audrey comes, then they leave the dog and the kid.
Well, no, Audrey is Bev's dog to begin with.
Ah. You mean Audrey is Bev's granddaughter?
Yeah.
That guy was way too fast for us.
He had a running room.
He did, yeah, I saw that. He's probably going to stop in a minute and walk for a minute. They do 10 and 1. 10 minutes running, 1 minute walking.
I guess they just don't listen to the jackal.
No, I guess not. If you're going to do intervals, you should do short intervals. But what you're doing is basically training so that you don't have to stop. And if you do 10 and 1, you'll never be able to get out of that mold. You'd always have to take a break. Because your body would be used to taking a break. Every time it started to get hard, it would say, okay, time to stop. That's why if you run for too long, then you have to take a longer break.
That's why front runners, they listen to the jackal.
Well, I think most running groups will eventually run continuously. Because you can't tell me that running without stopping is going to be slower than running and stopping every now and then.
8 kilometers.
But it averages out for somebody who's not 100% fit,
3 kilometers.
a better plan to take short breaks.
Yeah. Well, running room, they're not going to be able to run continuously.
No, they're not.
They're like the tortoise and front runners is like the sorry.
The other way around.
Running room is like the hare.
Yeah.
And front runners is like the tortoise.
What I learned from doing ultra marathons, Derek, is that you have to try and feel comfortable for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So you just start off a little slower. Like I should have started slower with you today.
Well, that's why we should put the tortoise on front runners, because that's where they are. And I should put a picture of the hare on running room.
Yeah, well, one of the clubs I belong to is called the Slow Runners Club, and their mascot is the turtle.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, you should join. And I said to them, if you belong to the Slow Runners Club, what happens if you turn into a fast runner? Do you have to quit?
Yeah. No, you just become the leader.
Yeah.
But you're still slow. But you're the fastest of the
Of the slow ones, yeah. There'll always be somebody in the front. Unless you all run in one row, there's somebody's going to be first and somebody's going to be last. I must admit I'm feeling a lot better now than I did this morning. Yesterday, running with Graham was okay, but we went the other way on Lochside. We went out towards Roy, the bridge. When we came past the drinking fountain, we just kept going. instead of running the other way, because we were coming from Graham's house, so we came off behind the monkey tree and then went off towards the bridge. All right. But Graham and I hit this little switch bridge as well. He was saying that when he used to run 3 times a week, he didn't think of this hill as being very steep at all.
Yeah.
But what you've learned from running with me is that you have to try and stay in that comfort zone. So when it becomes uncomfortable, you should just back off a little bit until you find the comfort zone. That's what it all started off as, remember?
Yeah.
2 years ago, comfort zone training.
Yeah.
But that only works if you run a lot of times a week.
Yeah.
If you do comfort zone training once a week, you don't get anything.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. You got to do it every day, pretty much.
No, not 3 times a week, you said.
Yeah. But then you have to push a little bit into the discomfort just to get the full benefit.
Yeah. A little bit of a boost.
Yep. You got to feel it. They always say you've got to raise your heartbeat. How's the weight situation?
The weight?
Your weight?
Well, I haven't known yet.
You haven't weighed yourself?
Not until this Thursday. I weighed myself last Thursday.
Do you have a scale in your new place?
Yeah.
That's good. Because I think that's one of the things that affects you. If you put on 10 pounds, it's so much harder to run. I was looking at pictures of you in the summer. Not this summer, but last summer, when we used to go to the weight room, and you were quite slim.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was still...
You were ripped, man.
Well, yeah, I was ripped. My belly was still pretty much out there.
Yeah. You were ripped.
But I was 190. Now I'm 210.
Yeah, you see, that's 20 pounds.
So my belly gained an extra 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Or I should say 30, 220, and now I'm 210.
So you've lost a bit.
Yeah.
Good. It's only going to be easier for you to do sports.
I just have to do planks now.
Well, when you're on the ship, you can go to the gym every day, twice a day.
Yeah.
You could do some bench and some plank. Mind you, you don't need a gym to do plank. I didn't think that guy was going to get out of our way. He looked like quite a misery. If he was a car, he would have been going, "Oh, oh, oh." I think people should chill out a bit more, you know? They get too uptight. And it shows most in cyclists. They get the most uptight of all of them.
That's probably why all the Buddhists live far, far away from society.
Buddhists?
Yeah, because they can't stand how there's so much anger in the world.
Yep. This guy looks like the professor's younger brother. He's the guy who didn't have a breakdown. Hello. Little dog's having fun. It's a happy dog. You see his face?
Yeah.
Big smile.
It's almost like the dog was so happy. It was saying, "Oh, hello,"
Yeah. Look at me, look at me.
like in an English tone.
Yeah. The dog was smiling from ear to ear, as they say. I'll have to tell Graham that we came and ran the 6K here. So Monday I ran with Graham, Tuesday I'm running with you. What about tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we run
Where?
here.
Again?
About a 10K.
So you want to go a little further?
Yeah.
Alright. But starting at the bottle bank.
Yeah.
Hello. It's probably wise that we're only doing 6 today. It's going to be past the bridge, because when we do 8K we go to the bridge and turn around.
Because 2 10Ks, if we did 10K and then tomorrow 10K, I wouldn't be doing it gradually. That would be,
Too much of a jump.
yeah.
Well, today it's going to be 6.
Yeah.
Tomorrow could be 8. How about that? If we go just over the bridge.
I'd say 10. Well, yeah, over to where Sabrina's is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be 8. That's 5 miles. And 10K is 6 miles.
Yeah.
And where we hit the post there, we know that that's 1 kilometer more would give us 8. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll do that extra kilometer going out and coming back, which will give us
Time for hydration.
5 miles.
Or I could keep running with you when you go home.
Back towards the drinking fountain.
Yeah.
Yep. If we started at the drinking fountain. No, that wouldn't work.
No.
Because you'd have to get there first. Unless you came on your bike. You could do that. Bring your bike, lock it up at the drinking fountain, and then we could run out towards the pigs. But not all the way. We'll just do 4 and 4. Probably take us to where we saw Marie. Remember that time?
Yeah.
That's about 4 kilometers from the drinking fountain. Maybe not quite that, maybe a little further. Maybe closer to Maddox Farm. Well, I think you've settled into your comfort pace now.
Yeah.
If we could start off like this tomorrow and not go fast at the beginning,
It'll be a breeze in the park.
it should be a little easier. And we'll also have the advantage of a little bit more shade.
It might rain tomorrow.
Is that what they're saying?
Or maybe.
Today,
Too hot, real hot.
no, today it said it was going to be sunny all day. But it's a good temperature. It's like, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14 degrees.
I can't wait till winter.
Yeah. You're one of the few people that likes the cold. That was pretty nice, that mystery tour that we did. You remember when we finished by coming up this trail? And we started off by coming down that one over there by...
That was last week, right?
Yep.
And then we did a bike ride too.
Yep. But that was only 4.5K. Got the old twitchers are getting excited. There's a bird up there.
Who's getting excited?
The twitchers. That's what they call bird watchers. Twitchers.
They're like, oh, what was that? Oh.
Yeah. They're twitching. But we've heard that crow before. I don't think it's anything more than just a crow, that one.
They're like, oh wow, a crow. I'm thinking, of all the stuff I need to buy. I need to get us some dumbbell sets from Walmart for $50.
Graham was talking about doing dumbbell presses. You lie on your back and you have a dumbbell on each side. And he said that he was with a bar. He's doing 160 as a bench press, and with the dumbbells he's doing, I think he's doing 50 pounds in each hand.
Holy crap!
Yeah. He says it's harder to do dumbbell press because it's like having a split bar, he said. You can bring it down below your chest. And then he said when you lift it up, you're supposed to bring your hands together above your chest. Did you know he was a competitive weightlifter? Yeah. He has some powerlifting records. At the time when he was beating the records, he was about my weight. He was about 128. Maybe a little heavier than me now. But he was pressing, I think he was pressing 190 pounds. But his one of his best lifts was the squat. He was squatting with over 200. And apparently a lot of the athletes weren't being trained properly. They weren't going into below the parallel. When they were going down, their butts weren't going down low enough. So they weren't doing a full squat. And the judges have to judge.
So they picked Graham.
Graham won that event because
He's going all the way down.
the Polish guy got disqualified. He was getting 2 red flags by the side judges.
And Graham was going all the way down.
Yep. He said, well, they weren't doing it in training, so they didn't think they had to do it in competition. But in training, you don't have a judge standing there with a flag. Anyway, he said he'd started doing the weights again at his place. We had a pretty good run. I think going the other way is probably a little easier. First of all, you don't have the switch bridge. Second of all, it's soft. Well, it's gravel, it's not pavement like this. But he prefers this because he says it's less easy to trip on this for him. It's less likely to be obstacles. Alright, that's about it for you. Tomorrow, where shall we meet? Here? Or at the drinking fountain?
Here.
Alright. And then we'll decide tomorrow which way we run. If it's hot, we might want to run
This way.
that way?
Yeah, it's probably shadier that way.
Shadier. There's drinking fountains either way. Alright.
I have to go downtown.
Today? Well, it's good that you're getting more than one thing done each day. That's good. And tomorrow we're going to meet 9:30 here, like today. I might be a little bit early, but maybe not as early as today. All right, but I'll wait for you. Watch out for this car. Bye-bye. So this is Carlos on Tuesday, waiting to finish his 10-miler. About 4.9 kilometers to go for 10 miles. So this is probably going to be quite a short show, but I'm not sure whether I'll record tomorrow because I'll be recording Derek again. I might give it a break until the weekend. Give you guys a chance to catch up. I'm getting a little bit ahead of you. So this is running as I like it. Easy pace. No particular goals. other than a 10-mile jog, part of it with Derek. Probably what we'll be doing tomorrow is more likely to be a 10k jog with him. So, without further ado, I will hang up on you. Bye bye.